Hey everybody, this is Katrina, the owner of Katheme Creations, Wreaths and Things. Come on in. I told you guys I would be back. Come on in. I'm back and I'm going to do that Mother's Day wreath that I showed you the sign for earlier when I was on with my unboxing. I know I said it would be a half an hour. It took a little longer to set up because let me show you. I finished a customer's order today. Just right before this, and this is her wreath. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? Her home is this burgundy maroon, like this reddish burgundy maroon with gray and white. So she wanted the flower that I made the other day, but she wanted the colors of her house. So this is why it took me a little longer to come on today, was I wanted to finish up her wreath so I can get her custom order wreath to her. Alright, so after I cut up most of my flowers and clean my grapevine, so I didn't want you guys on too long, that's what took me so long. So let me pull you guys up on Facebook. But as you come in, let me know who you are. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know if you do any crafts. Let me know. Talk to me tonight. Let's talk to each other tonight. Let me cut the volume down on my phone. Hi Laura, how you doing? Glad you could join me, girl. Hello, hello, hello. So I have you up over here. I got you on Facebook. So this is what we're going to do today. Okay. I've had these flowers sitting over there on the side with the sign and grapevine for like 4 weeks now. 3 or 4 weeks. So I said today we're going to make it. Let me move all of this out the way. So this is what we have, what we're going to use. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. You know, I like to play it by ear or, you know, see how it looks. But this is the sign that we're going to use today. I showed it to you guys earlier. It says Happy Mother's Day to the best mom ever. And it is red. I know I got lighting. There you go. Better for you guys. It is red and yellow tulips with some purple little flowers in it. And that's kind of like the flowers that I have right here in front of me. And this is a metal sign. And I got this metal sign. The last few wreaths that I've done with you guys with signs, I told you I got these signs from Personally Yours, PLYWreathsigns.com. So that's it right there. I don't know if you'll be able to. There you go. That's if you want to screenshot that. This is where I got my signs. I brought a boatload of her signs last year. So this year I'm getting a chance to use them. But we're going to use this sign with these beautiful red and yellow tulips with some greenery. And I got some of these little purple things that I may put in as fillers, because if you look at the sign, they have the little purple, see the little purple flowers? So I thought these right here was a good complement to that. So we may use that. Okay, let's get started. Well, I wanted to show you guys how, because I've cut up my tulips already, but I wanted to show you guys how it comes and where I got it from. The red tulips I got from Michael's, and the yellow and orange the yellow tulips I got from Michael's. These were $3.99. Yes, $3.99 at Michael's. I think it's Ashland. $3.99 at Michael's. I'm sorry about that, guys. You know, I'm working with whatever camera I can use right now, and that's it. And I know my lighting is crazy, but it's $3.99 at Michael's. These red tulips, and they come together in this bush. And I just took my time, and I just snipped them off, you know, towards the bottom to give me plenty of room. That if I need to cut it shorter, I can cut it shorter with no problem. So that's all I did. So I wanted to show you guys that. So I'm just cutting them down, just cutting them down. That's all I did, right? So now you guys know that's how the flowers come, and that's how you get them prepared. I did the same for the yellow tulips, but the yellow tulips don't come by themselves at Michael's. They come with the orange tulips. So I wanted to show you that. So I didn't want you to think you go to Michael's and you just see a whole bushel of yellow tulips like you find the red ones. No, I've only seen them at Michael's when they come mixed with the orange. Okay. So you have to just cut off the yellow tulips that you want. Now, I mean, they could have some that's just yellow. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet. So I just cut the yellow off, the yellow tulips off. I just cut them off down at the base. And that's what I use. I'm going to put these orange ones over here because we can always use that with something else. I've already prepared our grapevine. So we're gonna move the flowers outside of the center of the wreath form. I'll put this orange over here. So y'all guys have any questions for me? That's like I said, the tulips was $3.99 a piece. I don't remember how many bushels I have right here, so don't even start me lying with that. I'm not even gonna tell you. I would be lying to you if I tried to act like I knew. I have no idea. Maybe 5, 6. Don't know. This is the greenery bush. It comes like this, and I only had, I think, 1 or 2. And what I did was, they are very long bushes, right? So, and then sometimes these pieces come off, and if they do that, you just put them back on. I'll hit it with a little glue later. And what I did was I slid half of the bushes down to the bottom, which is like this, and half is at the top, and then I cut in the middle. Okay, so I cut in the middle. That's them right there. So you got half the bush up here and half the bush down here at the bottom, and I cut in the middle, and that just gives you a little bit more greenery to work with. Then you come here and you cut this part, toss that out, and then the part that I cut for the bottom, I actually just take my tweezers and I actually just give it a twist to twist it under. And I do that so this part sticks into the wreath and this won't pull off. Well, it's pull it off now because it's sliding off. It needs a little glue, but it won't come off from the top. So I give it a little twist to keep the greenery from coming off the stick once you stick it in. Okay, so I've done that with these, and like I said, I have these here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but I have them out, and these will be last, so I can put these over here and I can get them later. Okay, we've already, you know how we do our greenery. We can put that back now. We can leave this out because you never know. Oh, we got to cut off the tag. I brought this grapevine from Hobby Lobby, and they come with this little metal piece on it, and you got to try to get it off. That one was pretty easy, and I think this was $4.99 from Hobby Lobby. $4.99 from Hobby Lobby, right? I'm sorry guys, it's just not focusing well tonight. Okay, and this is an 18-inch grapevine wreath. Okay, so I've already leveled it out. Make sure this was the level side. I've already placed it where I want it. You move it around and you see where your empty spots are, your place where you want to put your sign. Now I've already did placement for my sign already because I didn't want you guys staying on too long with me trying to figure that out. So it's already done. And what I attached it was the black cable mounts. Okay, these black cable mounts. So I've attached these black cable mounts, and what I did was they come with a little sticker tab. I took off the sticker tab, and then I hit it with a little dab of E6000 glue, right? E6000 glue, just a little bit, and then I pushed the tab down on that. Once I let that set up for a little bit, I went around the edges of these cable mounts with my hot glue gun, which is right here, just to give it added extra security. Then once that dried, I then went in with my pipe cleaners and put it through. You put it through, and then I gave it a twist, and that's how my pipe cleaners are attached. Now, how I find placement is I figure out where I want my sign to be, and I figured I want it on. I do a lot of my signs with everything on the right because I'm right-handed, so I love everything on the right. But I wanted to do something different today, so I went over here to the left. So I wanted the lower left. I didn't like it here in the middle, so I figured right here the lower left would be a good spot. So what I did was I actually just put my hand right here, and there you go, cable mount. And I did the same to the bottom. I do my hand placement, cable mount. And what I do is when I do that, I make a little X so I know exactly where to put my cable mount. So that's an idea for you. I just want to throw that out there. That's how I do my placement. Now we're going to attach this to the grapevine. And you know I use the plastic sewing needle with the big open here. And I stick my Chanel stem through that. And then stick it through the grapevine, and it makes it easier for the Chanel stem to go through and me to attach it to the back. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I may have to move it around so I can see the placement of it. We're going to put it on. And you don't tighten anything, you just put it through really quick. You can work on placement, you know, later on, but you put it on. You pull up Chanel stems through, and then you can always, you know, change everything, move it around a little bit later. And what I mean by that, if the sign is slanted or anything like that, you can always change that placement. And you don't pull it too tight because you still got another Chanel stem. And if this is off camera, I apologize. And this is not a tightly wound grapevine, so it kind of works out well. I think that looks really, really good where it is. Let me get this other Chanel stem, and I'll flip it over and let you guys see what it looks like from the back. So when I just pull it down, it looks great. Right? What do you guys think? Think the sign looks good? Sign looks good because the wreath is going to be like this, and I want the sign to be straight up. I didn't want it to be turned to the side, and I think it's straight up and it looks good. So with that being said, I'll flip it over so you guys can see. And this is the Chanel stems on the back. I'll give it a 1, 2, or 3 tie. I'll twist it a couple of times, and I'll do that same thing on with the bottom zip tie, Chanel stem and the top. And I'll cut these off later. Matter of fact, I'll lay them this way, and I'll cut them off later. So you'll cut them off later. You know, we got to clean up our area. You know, these grapevines are dirty, so I'm cleaning up my area. So what I like to start with when I do my grapevines is I like to start with my greenery, right? I just stick them out sporadically all around the wreath, okay? So that's all I do. I just stick it in sporadically all around the wreath. There's no rhyme or reason, just placing it all the way around. That's it. So I'm going to dip it in my glue pot over here, which you see. I'm bringing it over so it's not too far. I won't have glue strands all over the place. And I'm just going to start on the top. That's all I'm going to do. Now, I'm thinking I want this to go all the way around. I'm thinking that's what I want. I want the tulips to go all the way around. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just do like a couple here to about here, and then do a couple here to about here, and then I'll see. Because I think this is all the greenery I have with this type of leaves. So not sure if I have enough to go around the whole wreath, but that's all right. We'll make it work. We will make it work. All right, I'm gonna start down here at the bottom. And since we're going in this direction, I'm gonna hold it and I'm just going to push it in here, because we kind of want them to all kind of go in the same direction. It looks more together when you do that. So you want it to go in the same direction. And like I said, I'm just sticking it in. No rhyme or reason, no real way, just placing it around. And I kind of go like in and out, in and out, in and out, just trying to fill up the area. That's it. Just placing it a little bit, filling up the area, because you want your grapevine to be seen. You know, at least I do. I like when my grapevine is seen, because grapevines are beautiful. So I don't want to cover up the whole grapevine, so I don't. I try to leave some grapevine to be seen, because that's what you want to be. You want it to be seen. I mean, grapevines are great. You know, that rustic look from a grapevine is just beautiful. I want to put another one here up at the top. I think I want to put a short one up there. And I can put this long one right here in the middle. And I'm just going to go through and place it. And this is what you do when you get your grapevines, you get your greenery. You just place stuff around. And you may not, when you first start doing this, you may not want to glue it in right away. And that's absolutely okay. Don't glue it in right away. Just stick them in. See if you like the placement. If you do, you can always go back later and hit it with some glue from the glue gun. Okay, so remember that. You don't have to glue everything in right away. Okay, you can always hit it later on with some glue after you put it in your placement where you put it at. Okay, so just know that, you know, you don't have to put it in, you know, right away with glue, especially when you're first getting started doing these. Because even now, I've been doing it for a while, I still sometimes second guess myself, like, wow, was that a good spot? You know, can I move it? Should I move it? Yada, yada, yada. And it's easier just to pull it out if you haven't glued it in, or cutting it out since once you glue it in. Oh, crapola. Alright, we're going to have to cut that limb off. So we take that one off because it's got glue all over it, so we can't use that. And if that happened, that's what you do. Not a problem. We still can work with it. You don't throw it away. Because we still can work with it. Alright, I'm thinking maybe that's enough greenery. And I'm just lifting it up so I can have a straight on look, because I'm actually sitting today. Not standing. Let's see. I think I want to put a little bit more, like right in here, this middle area. And you're gonna have glue strands. That's just the nature of the beast when you're dealing with glue. And I like to pull my branches apart a little bit, just wake it up a little bit, wake it up a little bit. Just pull them apart. They go in and they stiff, and pull them apart. Now these branches don't have a lot of, you know, like it's just flimsy plastic. The wire is actually in the bottom part of it anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. It's okay. Now we got these few little pieces right here over to the side. We'll hold on to those, because right now that's just a little bit of greenery, and that's what we need. Just a little bit of greenery. That's it. Because we have a whole bunch of tulips to put in, which, like I said, I haven't decided whether I'm going to go all the way around or whether I'm just going to go to this section right here. Because what I'm thinking is I may want to put a bow here later. I may not. I don't know. I don't really think I want to do a bow. But you know what? We'll figure that out later, right? I'm going to cut some of these down. Just cut them down a little bit. I left them long just to be sure to see if I want to have them long. And I'm just going to go yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. That's all I'm doing right here. It's yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. That's it. So, hey guys, when you guys come on, make sure you say hello. Laura's already said hello already. So when you guys come on, make sure you say hello. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. I do appreciate when you guys chime in with me. Makes my night. I'll do some yellow right here. I'll go over here, go down in here with some yellow. And we're just doing it sporadic. That's it. And I'm pushing the leaves up to the top of the tulip. Because most tulips, you know, they're not really hanging far off of the grapevine. They're kind of close. They're not too far. So, just going to go around, go around. That's what we're going to do. Just go around. And we're just finding spots and sticking our tulips in. That's it. And right now I'm just kind of like just going like the zigzag type pattern, and then I'll fill it in, you know, as we go. I'll fill it in. But right now we just a quick zigzag pattern with the tulips to get it onto the wreath, get it in there. So how was your Wednesday? Was your Wednesday okay today? Mine was okay. I mean, it's a Wednesday. Wishing it was a Friday, of course. But it's a Wednesday. So, gotta deal with that. It's the Wednesday. Get my volume down on my phone. I hear everything else that's going on. It's such a distraction. So give me a second. Alright. So I don't have all of that going on. You think it's pretty, Laura? Thank you. I'm glad you can join me tonight. Yeah, I love the colors, and I love it with the sign, right? I think the sign is like perfect. And that's what made me go with these colors. I mean, I got that sign from Personally Yours and loved it. And knew I had to get some red and yellow flowers. And then I saw tulips, and it was just perfect. Perfect match made in heaven. So that saying is not just for weddings. Haha. So like I said, you see open parts. We're going to fill those in. I'm going to come around to the bottom here, and I'm going to fill this in here at the bottom. And I'm going to turn it where I can slip the flowers in this way. And you just hit it with some glue and you just stick it in. Okay? Just don't, you know, and like I said, you do this, you can do this, you know, without the glue. If you're not sure about placement, you do it without the glue. You know, not a problem. You don't have to do it with the glue. If you don't feel comfortable with doing it with the glue when you first put it in, you don't have to. Okay? You can always come back in later on and take your glue gun and just pick up the leaves and squirt, squirt, squirt. You know, shoot it with some glue. You know, right there where it meets the grapevine, and it'll stay in just as good. So don't think you have to come in and put the glue in as you putting in your flowers, especially when you're unsure. Okay? Don't stress about it. So people want to stress. Don't stress about it. It's okay. Lost the tulip. And we're just going to go around with these tulips just like we did on the other side. That's what we're going to do. Go around with the tulips. That's it. Got a whole bunch of glue strands, which is going to be because it's coming from the glue pot. So when I look at this like this, I'm going to have to lift it up so I can see it. I'm going to do another one here. And then we're going to start filling in. Okay? I'm just filling in. Start filling it in. Most tulip wreaths, the tulips are really close to each other. I'm trying to just space these out. I want them to have some sort of space between them. So we're just going to space these out. Okay, I'm going to cut that a little too long. So what are y'all plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend? I have plans to go to the Cobb Galleria is having what they call a pen conference And it's a whole bunch of crafters. My sister-in-law actually found it, and she asked me did I want to go, and I was like, well, heck yeah, if it's a crafter event, I want to be there. So we're gonna go and we're gonna check that out this Saturday. What are you guys doing this Saturday? This weekend? What do y'all have planned this weekend? I want to know. Maybe it's something good that I want to go to. I mean, this craft event, I'm really looking forward to it. I didn't know anything about it, but it's called a Pinners Craft Event. And I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Cobb Galleria in Cobb County. So let me see. Put another red over here. It's looking a whole bunch of yellow. So we're going to put some red in. What do you mean? Why did I leave this part, Laura? Is that what you're talking about, empty? Because I didn't want, if that's your question, you're asking why do you leave a part empty for? Okay, this right, because I really don't want to cover this whole grapevine. I love that the grapevine, so when you see this hanging on your door, most of this will be covered, and then you have that little bit of grapevine. Also, if I decide that I want a bow, like I see a very pretty ribbon that actually goes with this sign, and then I see a bow, I have a nice place to put that bow. Okay, but my initial thought is just to leave it. This is a beautiful grapevine. You know, some people cover it all, like a couple of my tulip wreaths that I did before, I covered over the whole thing. You know, I covered it, but you know, I want to do something different this time, and I want to show my grapevine. So this is how I go about showing my grapevine, just leaving a little spot, and then if I get ribbon later on, I can put a big beautiful bow right there, you know, or just leave it blank. I think grapevines are beautiful, so they should be seen. That's just my thought, but you can cover the whole wreath, Laura. You can cover the whole wreath. You don't have to copy over me. Remember, when I'm teaching you guys, I'm just teaching you guys a method that you can do, that you can run with it any which way you want to. So if you feel good that you feel like you want to cover the whole, and I still have tulips here, so after I do this video, if I don't find a ribbon, or if I feel like, oh, I should just go ahead and, like, I want to use all of them, and I go ahead and I just cover the rest, then I can just cover the rest. I have options. I like to leave options. But good question. Thank you. Good question. Absolutely good question. So we're going to put a yellow up here. Let's start filling in up here, because down here it's looking a little full. Well, now here's looking a little full. And I may, if we have so many, I may fill that in, but I don't know. We'll play it by ear. So down here is fuller. I have that filled up. Not completely, but it's fuller. So let's start working up here. I'm going to turn the wreath upside down completely, so I can just slide the tulips in as I want them. I want to place them. Alright. So let's pick a spot. This yellow, like right in here. I'm going to put a red right over there. And it's just random, remember, just random. Putting it is very random. So don't get caught up in, you know, oh, this has got to go here, this has got to go there. Just stick them in, it's okay. That's the beautiful things about grapevines. You know, it don't have to be perfect, because flowers don't grow perfect in your garden. They grow random. So that's how you put it in. And if there's a little more yellow on one spot, then there is red, and you can always add a red flower. It's not a big deal. Or just leave it. Just leave it. It is absolutely okay if you just leave it. Get some red in here. see. The red over here. And then I'll just wake it up. I just kind of move the tulips around just to wake it up just a little bit. And of course, I'm going to pick the wreath up so I can look head on. I'll hang it on. I always try to tell people when you do wreaths to, you know, make sure you hang it on whatever door, window, wall that you have, that you can look straight at it like you're looking at it on a door. And then you can really see if you filled everything in, or if everything's even, or if it looks good, right? Because you can always go back in and add or take something away to make it just right. So when you make it, sometimes, you know, like a lot of times I make my wreaths and I wind up adding something or taking something away before the wreath is actually posted on my website or either on my Etsy. Because it just, now I get a chance to really look at it and see it. Like after I take the photos, I can see where my empty spots are, so forth and so on. I'm going to go to a yellow one. I see a spot where I want to put a yellow one. Dip this in. And I love using my glue pot. Love it, love it, love it. Nothing for that to grab onto. There you go. Alright. I'm going to go right in there and put a red. I've already cut it. See, these tulips are so easy to find this time of year at Michael's. Michael's just have them flowing and flowing and flowing. So if you decide, like if I decided I want to cover this up fully with tulips the rest of the way, then I can always go back to Michael's and get more. Because Michael's always have them. They always have the tulips. And then you can find them, you know, at Joann's and Hobby Lobbies. But I know Michael's like has an abundance of these tulips. And you can get them on sale, you know, if you wait for them to go on sale, you know, so you can always get them that way. Right. Now these tulips, if they keep coming off, then you can always hit the stem with just a little bit of glue. Take your glue gun, the little green stem, just hit it with a little dab of glue on it, and then stick the tulip back on it, and it won't come off anymore. Okay, so you can do that as well. I got to turn it around so I can look at it. You guys have been getting the best view. I still got some open spots up here, so we're gonna fill them in. So I really don't want to make it too. For some reason, I just want it to be a light wreath, like just light wreath, not full. And now I'm looking at it. Okay. Let's see, something right in here. Something right in there. Do I want to do a yellow? Yeah, I'll do a yellow. Right in there, because you know you can never go wrong with yellow. Yellow, orange, none of these colors. They're always good. So I put another yellow. And then I want to put like a greenery right here because it just looks really open right here. So I just put a little greenery. And I'm liking how this is coming out already. What do you think? Like, I know most of the time people do tulip wreaths and they're just full of tulips. But I like this like open airiness of look of this wreath. Like it doesn't look too crowded. You know, it's not too much going on. You know, just simple tulips and greenery and the grapevine wreath. Just, that's it. Just simple. And I'm liking that. I'm really just liking the simplicity of this. Like it's not too much at all. Now I can always add like some crazy a bow that droops over, but I don't know. I'm liking this. But like I said, I can always change it up later, add something later. Trying to think. All of this looks good. All of this looks good. Okay, I got another little spot right there that I'll put some yellow. And this is what you do. You just go through it And then you just fill it up where you want to fill it up at. Really, this is all this is. And it's to your liking. Remember, this is your art. You do it the way you want to do it. This is not to somebody else. This is to you, how you want to do it. Okay? And I'm actually using the camera. Looking at the camera, trying to see if I see any empty spots. Trying to see what you guys see. To see any empty spots. See, and right now I'm just doing a dry run. Yeah, we're going to put something right there. And that's what I mean by dry run. You just stick the plain flower stem just straight in the wreath. That way you can pull it back out if you want to. And that's what I just did. So you guys can do that. You can just stick it. And if you're making a wreath for your house, let me just offer you a suggestion. If you're making a wreath for your house, keep reusing this grapevine, right? Don't glue your flowers in. You know, stick them in to get a grapevine that's like tight like this, but not too tight. But when you stick your flowers in, it actually holds, the grapevine holds it in. And then you can change this up season by season. If this is for your own house, you can change this up season by season. You can have this up for spring and then take this off, and then you can just do some the winter florals. If you go back and watch some of my videos on YouTube, I did a winter one, and I just got a garland, and I cut the garland in half, and I just placed that winter garland around here with this. It was gorgeous with some berries. That was a gorgeous wreath. So you just think about it. If you're doing it for your home, you don't have to glue anything down. You know, you don't have to glue everything down. You can just place it in it, and you can change it like you want to. That makes sense to me. Let me put a red right over there at that end. And as I'm talking to you guys, I'm actually looking for spots that I think could use some color. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for the spots that can use some color. And I'm flipping it around so it's just easy for me to just stick into the grapevine. A lot of glue strands all over the place. And when you pick it up, you can really see the glue strands. It's just, ugh. You can see it all through the wreath. I am liking that. I am liking that. What do you think? Do I need the crowd? I don't think I need to crowd a whole bunch of florals in here. I just don't think I need to. Just really don't think I need to. Seems like it's a hole right there. I put a grapevine, but just seems like it's a hole right there. So I'm going to break this up, and I'm going to put, I'm having to have like only two. Sometimes we have ones that only have two, but they don't. Okay, all of these are pretty good. So we will stick this right in here on yellow to break up that area right in there. Some more. There you go. So it was looking a little crowded. I got it now. Looking around, just trying to see about placement, moving the greenery behind, bringing the florals up so the florals can be seen. The greenery is behind it. I see a little empty spot right there, so I'm going to stick a greenery piece right there where that empty spot is. Okay, so then that's sort of filled in there. the placement right before the glue dry. And even if the glue dry, you can always cut it out and try again. Okay? Is it a little bit more difficult? Yes, it is. But you can still do it. Okay? You can still do it. Don't think you can't, because you can. Alright, I'm trying to see, just filling it in some more. Down here. I want to put a yellow, put a red. And put a red right in here. Another yellow right here. That looks great. Thank you. Thank you, Laura, for hanging out with me tonight. I greatly appreciate you. All right. Now, when I look at this, I'm loving how it is at this point. I really am. I'm loving how it is. Now, I may add one or two more, but look at that. I just love that. I love that the way it is. It's not too busy. It's very simple. The tulips is the star to show. The sign brings everything together. So I think I'm going to add these little sprigs in and out, just to give it a little pop of color, because that's exactly the color that's in the sign. You can't see it very well because of the lighting, but just these sporadically throughout, just sporadically throughout, just give it a little pop of color on the inside, in the middle, on the outside. Let's do one of them on the outside here. Just a little pop of color. And we're just picking up the greenery, pulling it all up, and then chopping it down. And we're going to do something on the other side, on the inside now. And this is wired, so you can kind of spread it out. One lavender from the other one, if you like. Put it in between, because there's two pieces of lavender there. Okay, I got another one. Let's put some on the other side. Alright, let's do this here. Let's put one right in here. You want to push it down, but not too far. You don't want it to get lost, right? We got another one. And this is just to give it a little pop of color. So just putting these few in around just wakes up the color just a little bit more. And we got a whole bunch of glue strands, so okay. We have that purple, that yellow, and once again, tulips coming off. I'm gonna have to hit it with a little glue gun. A little glue. Okay. go. Got another one. Got really like another 2 that's already been cut. I think that's going to be it for me. I'm just loving the simplicity of this. It's just, I'm loving that. Not too much, just enough to make a statement. That's it. Like, I mean, this is for Mother's Day. Your mother's the star of the show anyway. You know? So, this is perfect for me. I think I want to go on the outside. Over there. You can do it, Laura. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Get your grapevine, get some flowers, and just play this again. Go on YouTube and play it and just go through the steps. Like I said, Laura, when you do it, don't glue it in first, okay? Don't put no glue on it. Just stick the flowers all around where you want it, where you think you want it, and then hold it up. Hang it on the door. Look at it. You will know what looks good and what don't look good to you. So then you just take out what you think you don't like, put in more that you do like. If the color looks too much and one color too much, and take some color out. I mean, you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. You can definitely do it. Like right now, I'm going to do a dry run. I'm just taking this. I haven't put any glue on it. And I'm going to stick it in here to see. Now, I think that's too close. So I need to come up some more. I need to come up some more, like right here. But now I'm going to lift it up so I can see if that's a good spot for it. And I think I want to come up just a little bit more. So it's not glued in. Come up just a little bit more right behind these yellow tulips. Okay, let me see what that looks like. That's sticking up a little too far for me. It's good placement, but it's just sticking up too far for me. So, alright, now it's in there. Well, now I found a better spot for it. So let me see. Let me hold it up again. Still up a little far for me. I don't know why that's not laying right. It's not in the right spot. And this is what you do until you feel comfortable with the spot that it's at. Then you keep sticking it in. You keep finding a spot for it. I think I need to just cut it down some. The stem is too long. So that could be the reason. Just cut the stem down. That way it goes in further into the grapevine. Okay. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Okay. Now I'm going to glue it in. Now I'm going to glue it in. I'm going to try to, yep, this is right there in that spot right there. Put a little glue. Stick it right back into that spot. Right back into that spot right there where it was. That's where you wanted that. Wake everything else up that was over there. Make sure it looks real natural, like it's flowing in there naturally. And I think I want to put like one more in here. And this is how this came. This actually came from my wholesaler. So I go to Sims Pottery in Gillsville, Georgia. That's where I get some of my greenery at now. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to push everything up. Pushing everything up. I'm going to cut it down. I think I want to put this one like right here in the middle. Let me think. I'm going to do a dry run. Do a dry run, right? You see if that's where you want it. And I like it. Right there. Right there. Perfect spot. Loving it. Cleaning off my space. So I'm just going to pull the flowers back so I can glue it in. So I pull the flowers back. And this is what you do. You just pull the flowers back. You see where you stuck that greenery in at. So I got an open spot right here. Right? See where my fingers is? I know it's a little hard to see because I can't zoom in. But that's exactly where you're going to put some glue. And you're going to stick it right back into that spot. Okay? Then you pull your flowers back where you had it. And you just fan this out. And we are done. That's it for me. I mean, I love this. I may go in and put like, cut this down and put like a, maybe we can do that here, where cut this tulip down, where you can stick that a little closer to the sign. There you go, where you have the tulips closer to the sign, where it's coming out of the sign, because the tulips down here are coming on the sign. So I've done that. So you can see it right here. Okay, I am done. I'm loving that. I'm loving this whole, with the little bits of lavender and the flowers. I'm loving that. I'm finished. I'm finished. Thank you guys for watching me. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you, Lord, for hanging out with me. I hope you love it. I hope the next time I do a video, you can join me. And anybody else, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, please hit replay. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you love tulips. Let me know if you've done any wreaths yourself and what color tulips have you used. Let me know in the comments. Like Laura, let me know in the comments. Do you think I should do a bow over here? Do you think I should fill it all the way around with the tulips and the lavender? Or do you think, now that you're looking at it, that that's okay to have that little open spot? Let me know. I like to, if it's something, if more people say, well, no, I think you should do a bow, then maybe I'll do a bow. If more people say, no, it looks good, then it stays. You know, if more people say, yeah, fill it all the way around. You see, I have the tulips, I can do it. So just let me know, guys. Comment, whenever you comment, whether it's watching now or either watching later, I'll get your comment. And you know what? And if I change it, I will let you guys know that I changed it. You know, I'll let you guys know that I changed it. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. I'll let you know I changed it, and I'll actually show you what I did. So this is what we came up with tonight. Thank you guys for following. If you're on Facebook, please like and share this video. Please share this, because I need that. My business needs to grow on social media. I need you guys' help to do that. So if you like and follow me on my pages, if you go to my YouTube, you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also comment on my videos, watch my videos, comment on my videos, and also sharing is the hugest. Commenting and sharing is the thing that really gets my videos out there for people to see. So if you can do that, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and I'm also on Pinterest. So if you're on any one of those, if you can also go over there, like, share, follow me there, I would greatly appreciate it. So here we are. This is the finished product, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate y'all spending the time with me, and I'm going to call it in for the evening. This is it for me. And I, you know, always what I said at the end of my videos, I want you guys to be safe. Okay, so until I see you next time, be safe. Bye.